Hi lovely people, it's Rachel and I'm here with a video just sharing with you some ideas for using the notes page sticker kits that I have with your Erin Condren planner.
When you need colour, when you need light, when you need a rainbow shining bright, when it's overwhelming with all of your to-dos, go grab a sticker, it'll help you through. Get it from EllieBeth Designs, EllieBeth Designs, EllieBeth Designs, EllieBeth Designs, brighten up every day. EllieBeth Designs, EllieBeth Designs, EllieBeth Designs, EllieBeth Designs, brighten up every day.
So I'm going to flip to April because I've not done anything with the notes pages there, and also this it's got so many colours in it, it's going to fit anywhere. So the first bit that I want to do in here is I'm just going to talk about this life review sticker. So the idea of this sticker is that it fits in this whole space here, and what it's for is to actually just take stock of where you are, what's going on, and if you've got goals, perhaps you've set them using power sheets or a passion planner or some other sort of goal setting framework. It just allows you to have a look at all those different areas in your life, give them a rating from 1 to 10, say why you're giving it that rating, and then for the coming month, what you're going to say yes to and what you're going to say no to. So for example, now did I do this back then? No, I didn't. It's in my other planner. So for example, I would include things like the business, my faith, my family, relationships, my home, thinking about my physical environment and where I live, friends, my hobbies, anything where I've got a goal set, or a life kind of area that sort of sits together, finances, you know, anything like that, and then just pop in a little bit of a review and set some aims for myself for the coming month as to what I'm going to do that's going to help me move forward in that area, and what I'm going to not do that's going to either help stop me going backwards or stay in the same place. So that is the purpose of that sticker, and you can see by the size of it, it is quite a big sticker to put down. I put mine down from the left to the right and I just let it fall and it's fine, it just goes so easily. And if you do get a wrinkle in it, don't worry, it's repositionable, just lift it up and have another go. So that's my notes page there. Now the other thing that I like to have somewhere in my planning is a little look at kind of what I'm currently up to. I also want to set up a budget which does really need a full page. So I'm going to see if I can adapt, well I know that I can adapt, this page for a little bit of a notes and a currently section, and I am literally just going to go and ignore what's on the page and cover it all over, because I do have kits that you can purchase to match with the Erin Condren colours if you want to keep to the box layout that they have. I personally don't particularly like all the different boxes. It actually puts me off using this page, and I would rather use my own layout instead. Sorry if the camera focus is going all over the place because I'm moving so quickly. So I quite like to just do this like I used to in the old one with me boxes. So I've got, oh, Tom's having another go at trying to jump up somewhere that he fell off before. So Thomas, oh that cat, he's hilarious. Now you have got, yes there is a little bit of a shadow of that line underneath. If it really bothered you, you could use some plain sticker paper to cover over it first before you pop that down. Me, again, nah, not that fussed. Not really in the grand scheme of things. And then this can just go over here. Oh, Tom! Oh, he's getting so adventurous again, and as you may remember if you have been watching for a while, I'll just use this to trim this. He had a very nasty accident / well, he was attacked by a dog last September, and so he's not quite as strong as he was and as steady as he was for jumping up places, but he still thinks he's like a spring chicken. Poor Tom. Right, so that is then my currently page. I've got a little list section here where I can put anything that I need to, and I've also got this down here which I've left blank, well, without anything stuck on it at the moment. I could put some of my little monthly habit trackers in there. I could just use it as a space for notes. You know, I could do whatever I wanted. I could put those in here. I could use those actually to cover over that, couldn't I? So yeah, so really versatile and just something that you can play around with and make your own. You know, just because the stickers are in a certain... Oh, hi Tom. Every time. You're not having my coffee. You're really not having my coffee, Tom? No. So that's not helpful. Make it your own, or let your cat come and do your planning for you. Honestly, come on. Come on, up on the windowsill. Come on. Go on the windowsill. Have you got no food? Come on then, let's go and see if you need some food. Yes, is that what the problem is? What it is to be a cat and have servants. So yes, as I was saying before Tom decided to come and interrupt, just make the pages your own, use what you need, and it'll all come together and it just looks, you know, it'll look fabulous. So, the budget page, let's sort this out. Okay, so I'm just gonna remind myself. Right, I'm gonna start with the pink polka dot at the top. Or am I going to start with that one? Oh, I might start with this one actually. Is it wide enough? No, it's not, because it's designed for another little spot. That's fine. We'll start with the pink polka dot and double layer this washi up here. So right up the top of the page. And if you bought the washi sheet from this collection, of course you could just use that. If you want to use some of the wider washi off there. I'm going to go with these two strips together though, because I think that's going to look quite pretty. There we are. And then I'm just going to pop in budget up the top. There we are. Okay. So, first line in a budget is your income. Okay. So we're going to put down the income strip. And then leave a few little spaces so that you can add in all the different types of income that you've got. So we tend to have 3 sources of income. There we go. So you've got space to list them, put the amounts that you estimate it to be and add it up, put the amounts that it actually was, add it up, and then work out the difference. Add it up. Then a section for your fixed expenses. Now I would suggest if you are doing a 1-page budget like this, your fixed expenses, by their very nature being fixed, you're probably going to have listed somewhere else. I would keep a list of them in the back of my planner, and then just, you know, you don't then need to have them all down. So it's just going to be one figure for your fixed expenses for the month. If you wanted to, if you were doing this in say a notebook, a deluxe monthly planner, something like that, you could leave yourself much more space, of course, and therefore you would have, you know, you'd use a couple of pages for them. Variable expenses, so these kind of things are stuff like, let me think now. If you have got your housekeeping, petrol, perhaps eating out, entertainment, children, because children, they really are just an expense. Other things like that, you might want to just leave yourself a few categories before you then put down your total strip. Okay. That then means that you have some potential savings if you've worked that out, because hopefully this number down here is smaller than this one up here. You might want to just then pop down the potential savings strip to finish off. If you use sinking funds, there is a sinking fund one there that you can use, and the way you would do that is just to pop the sinking fund. So for example, we put aside for our car maintenance each month, so I would just put car maintenance, what it started on, what I've added to it, if I've taken anything out of it, and the end figure. Another sinking fund that we use would be for clothes for our family, and I do break that down by person, partly because, for example, Eleanor is going to high school in September. She's going to need a lot of new clothes buying because I've got an entire uniform to buy. So again, I split it down that way, and so this might be a monthly thing that you do, it might be on a separate page, a separate notebook, but as a monthly overview this is quite helpful. And you might, if you keep your sinking funds all together, just use that strip on here just to give you an idea of what there was. So, because I do leave our sinking funds just in one account rather than, you know, they're not split up, but I know what they're for. So I would leave just a little space there. Working my way back up then, I think I'm just going to pop down a little strip of washi just to divide that now. Oh, not there though, because I need a line. So that's just going to give me my overview. As I say, this is just for a one-page budget. And now what I want to do is just put in like a weekly kind of overview of what we've got and what we've done. So this is sort of anything that you use perhaps cash for, so cash envelopes, that would be a brilliant place to log it, or perhaps it's just a couple of things that you're logging. For example, if you're tracking your food spending or how much you spend on eating out, you could use these. So idea of these, we have our categories written down, and what we would then do is just maybe put a couple of categories down and then just log them down by week, and there are several strips there for you to do that so that you can break it down. Again, this is probably something, if you're going into that level of detail, you're probably going to want to use more than just one page for it because you're going to need the space. So I've just put that down to show you, and then you would put like your week one header there. Now what I'm actually going to do is just lift that off because that's not something that I necessarily do on a week by week basis. And I'm going to move this strip down to the bottom because I'm going to have this as our sinking fund section, so that it is all in one place and done by month. So there we go. So I'm going to put some headings in here. So fixed expenses, I'm just going to write household bills, or household DDs for direct debits and standing orders. Income, we have Luke, we have mine, and we have child benefit. Our variable expenses, we have housekeeping, which covers food, household, toiletries, anything like that. We have petrol, we have eating out, and we have family entertainment, which again is just one big pot of things. And I'm not going to put figures in because it's quite personal to our family, and I don't really want to share our family's information in that way necessarily. So sinking funds, we always have the cars, we have clothes, Eleanor, Elizabeth, and then me and Luke. We have holidays, Christmas and birthdays I put together. And just bear with me because I'm just thinking what our other categories are. So just let me pull up, because I do use a spreadsheet as well, which I find very helpful just for, you know, when you just need a quick, some things just to move some figures around and have a play with them really and see what's what. Let me just open that up. Come on, open up. Okay, so health, which is dentist and opticians. That's just had a big hit because I've had new glasses. And then I put away for school photos. It's surprising how expensive they are. I put away for my tax, and I also do just like our emergency fund savings, which is not technically meant to be included, I think, in your sinking funds if you're doing the official sort of Dave Ramsey baby step things, but I just find it useful to have the emergency fund as a sinking fund. There we go. Pretty much everything else that are on our expenses goes out as a monthly direct debit or standing order, because we just have everything budgeted that way, so it's all budgeted monthly and it's just so much easier. So there you are. That is the 3 notes pages and how I use them, or how I would use them in my Erin Condren. Of course, you know, any planner you're using, you can make it work, and I hope that has just helped with some ideas and some suggestions for what you could do with these. So until next time, lovely people, I feel like I should just say to you, don't give up, great things take time, but seriously, take care of yourselves, stay safe, and until next time, I shall say bye-bye for now.